Hello everyone, I just want to talk about something that is related to the kind of things that are different here in States and what happens in Egypt. So here in States, whenever you apply for a job or whenever you are doing something that is related to the federal government, you will have a question like, what is your race? So you need to specify whether you are black, white, African American, basically black. Sometimes it is black or African American. Then Latino or Caucasian or Middle Eastern or even Mexican sometimes. But again, when I came here, I was confused. How can I identify myself? Because again, I don't know what you mean by Middle Eastern or Caucasian or white. So I basically choose white. But later on, when I was talking to a friend of mine, and I asked her about what do you mean by being white? So we ran into the kind of history that goes between the black and white. So all the negative connotation of being again specified as white. And I said, I asked her a very weird question saying, okay, but I'm white, right? According to your definition, I'm not white, but if you look at my skin, I cannot say I'm an African, which was quite interesting because let me tell you this anecdote. So one of my students once asked me, "Where are you from?" So I said, "Okay, give me a wild guess. Take a wild guess. For example, let me see. Can you guess where I'm from or not?" So some of them said, okay, you're from Europe, basically. You're from Germany or France, I guess, or Spain, something like this. And I said, no. And one of them, she was an African American. She said, okay, you are basically Syrian or from Eastern Europe or something. And I was shocked. I said, "Why do I seem like a Russian or something?" Definitely, I don't look like a Chinese or Korean or something. So she said, "Okay, okay. So could you please tell us?" So I said, "Okay, sure. I am African," and all of them were shocked, saying, "What?" Because they have this stereotype anyone who's from Africa is just like all the people they have around, like the African American people. So basically, black or brown people. So I said, no. I said, color dyed and white and from Africa. And I think now by thinking about it, I think she was quite offended. So I think what I said back then, I said something like, "No, I'm from Egypt, and Egypt is in Africa. That's why I'm an African Egyptian guy." But again, in Egypt, we don't have such a thing. That's why if you plan to come to the United States, find your race, my friend, because you're gonna be asking a lot about this. But in Egypt, we don't have such concept because again, everyone is Egyptian. That's it. Long story short, you are, for example, sometimes, which is true in any country, that you will be categorized based on the place you're coming from. Like, for example, if you are from Texas, here you're Texan. If you are from New York and Boston and so on, you will be affiliated to the area you're coming from. So the same can be said about the people in Egypt. So if you are from Africa, if you are from Cairo, if you are from Alexandria, you even come from, let's say, mm, like Rosetta or even Siwa or Upper Egypt, you will be categorized even based on your accent or based on the variety you're using of the language. You will be affiliated to these places. But again, we were never, or at least to the best of my knowledge, I wasn't asked at all in I guess my lifetime in Egypt about my race. So that is something that you need to keep in mind if you are trying to move to states. Thank you.